Hello and welcome to Research Methods. This unit, and in fact the whole course, is about how do we know anything we know, especially with regard to scientific studies, whether it's a straight up observation where you're collecting data on the incidence of something, or if it's an experiment where you're trying to unpack a cause and effect relationship. When we measure, there are two big concepts that are divided into two classes as an undergraduate. There's the measure of reliability. If it happens, will it happen again? That issue is covered in your statistics class. The other big issue is validity, which means truth, exactly what it says. So when you know that the incidence of deaths due to a virus is a particular percentage or rate, how do you know that's right? If you know that the incidence of depression is a particular percentage of the population, how do you know that's right? How do you know you measured it correctly? How do you know people honestly answered the question? If you're looking at intervention research for cause and effect relationships, how do you know you didn't mess up the experiment? That's what the course is about, and this unit begins to give us the history behind that and some language to speak about it. We'll start where every methods book and course does, with Samuel Peirce's Reasons for Belief, that for every belief we have, where does it come from? And Peirce, as a philosopher of science, separates out different reasons for belief, and we'll practice recognizing those. From there, we'll pretty quickly get into more history of psychology, in particular when psychology starts to adopt the methods of the physical sciences, and the contrast there is really interesting. We'll look at stuff from Sir Karl Popper, a famous philosopher of science, when he was contrasting the testability of theories from physics and listening to Einstein, and from psychology and following Freud. But there's a very big difference between those, and it really pushed the philosophy of science forward, especially with respect to psychology. So those are our topics for today, and there are a series of videos and interactive questions that will help you learn this and gauge your understanding as you go.